Here we go.
Good afternoon, YouTube. It's man George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, it's the weekend, baby. Can you believe it? It's Friday. So I hope y'all enjoying this upcoming weekend. I know I am, but for me, every day's a weekend if you don't got no job. So anyway, folks, we have a show coming up tomorrow. It's going to be in Puerto Rico. And it's the return of the Puerto Rico Pro. It's been a long time since the show was held. It was held back in 2022. Actually, I got the opportunity to meet the women's bodybuilding champion that year, Rashana Boswell. She came down to North Carolina, Fayetteville, to do a seminar that was held by my man Glenn from the Amazon Fitness magazine. It's a great opportunity to meet her. She's an amazing lady. So anyway, the Puerto Rico Pro was dropped after 2022, and it's run by Tim Gardner, who is one of the biggest promoters in the sport. Tim Gardner Productions. I got to meet him last year. I was at Tampa. Now, this show the format has changed. It used to be an open show for Olympic qualification, but only two divisions are going to be represented for Olympia this year. That is figure and men's classic. And we have here the list for the open figure division. Also, we have here the list for 40 plus, which is a Masters Olympic qualification for next year. We have here 45, 50, and also we have 55 and 60. And I'm telling you, women with muscle with 60 is amazing. So first here we have here the lovely Miss Marco Cobbs. Now, she competed for quite some time. Actually, she was competing in women's physique for a good bit, but later on made the switch to the figure. Press physique. I think she's a possible contender. So let's see how the rest is. Like I said, the list is pretty good. Not as deep as you would see at some other shows, but it's a pretty good list. Next up we have is Gina Kelsey. If I got a name wrong, I want to apologize. She's originally from Germany. Now, she competed last year at the New York Pro. Didn't get a qualification there. Now she's trying to shoot for a shot to get a qualification here. I actually got noticed about her because a while back some guy posted a video about guys who like women with muscle or like gay, and he used her for example of that. This is a beautiful lady. She has a great physique. If I'm gay, then call me Don Juan. You know, I'm not no longer Don Juan. Call me Twan. But again, that's everybody's opinion, thought what they think with muscle. But I think she's probably a contender. Next up, we have one Miss Georgina Luna, and I think this is going to be her first show for the season. I believe she competed last time in 2024. Next up, we have here one Miss Mariela Marced, and she's actually, this is in her backyard of Puerto Rico. She's from Puerto Rico. I've been in contact with her on social media. Hopefully the opportunity to get her on an interview. She last competed at the Tupelo Pro. As you know, Tupelo is no longer on the list. The promoters of that show had let it go. Next up, we have one Miss Wendy Milhorn. And Miss Milhorn just competed last weekend at the Tri-City Classic in Georgia. She competed in women's, I believe she did women's 50 plus. So she was really good. I mean, you know, and she won that class. So let's see how she does in open now. Next up, we have here one Miss Adela O. And I don't want to miss her last name. And this is going to be her third show. As you know, it was barely 2 weeks ago when she competed at Triple O, where she got third place. Then she did Tri-City, where she got second. Last year, she did like about over 10 shows. And she's going to be busy. I mean, if she'll get qualification, she's going to try to, if you don't get qualification here, she can try for another show. There's a FIBO overseas, but I think she likes doing shows here in the States more than she does over in Europe. But she has done shows over in Europe and overseas before. It's possibly a battle between her and Jenna for the shot for the Olympia. Next up, we have one Miss Hesa Rodriguez Ortiz. Now, Mrs. Ortiz, she also competed at Tri-City. And she's doing also Masters 40 plus, and also that's it. She's doing Masters 40 plus. So this is a possibility she might get qualification for Masters, depending how where Miss Marco comes in condition, and also Miss Milhorn. Next up we have is Danielle Rose. Now, Miss Rose, I believe she competed last year at Chicago Pro. Not too much active for a while. You know, amazing competitor. Let's see how she does. We have here a debut of one, and this is right here another Puerto Rican competitor, one Miss Erica Torres, and this is going to be her pro debut. Now, also, you know the list, we have 40 plus and 50 and 55 and 60. Competing in both in 55 and 50 is one Miss Carrie Kalbach Alexander, and you know she's been getting the game for quite some time. And last competing in women's Masters 60, can you believe this woman's 60? Is one Dr. Janetta Martin. I know she's a doctor because my man David did an interview about her a while back. She's also a cancer survivor. Wow, and at 60, I mean, she did the Atlantic Coast just a while back. She also double dipped, and she double dipped in this show too. And we had the list for women's physique for the classification for Masters O for next year for 2027. Not a lot of bodies, This is the first show starting for women's physique for the season. It's the first, women's physique show, but it's not the first Olympia qualification show for women's physique. That's going to be next month. That's going to be Pittsburgh. Because I think New York's gonna be next month because I think it switched up. It used to be Pittsburgh first, then New York. Now it's New York first, now Pittsburgh next. So this show is for Masters 2027. So we have here at least 3 ladies doing Masters Open, 2 ladies doing 45, 3 doing 50, and 2 doing 55. And these are some recognizable ladies here. First off, we have here is one Miss Ann Gruber. Now Miss Gruber, she last competed 2023 Olympia. She got a qualification at the 23 Triple O Dynasty. That was the debut of the Triple O. She won that class, and and she also, I think she won just the Master Open, and I believe she didn't compete in the Masters, but she's competing in the Masters this year. So she probably want to get to see how she's doing. She's double dipping too at this show. Impressive lady. So we hadn't seen her since 2023. Next up we have is one Mrs. Virginia Macon. And she last competed at the 2024 San Antonio Pro. San Antonio has officially, San Antonio, St. Louis. I'm sorry. St. Louis has dropped women's physique from the show a while back. And now this is going to be the first show for her season. She's done the St. Louis Pro quite a few times, but now with it no longer on the women's physique competition list, now she's doing Puerto Rico. Maybe just shake off a little stage rust to see how she does. She's impressive lady. I've seen some stuff and I've seen some posts here I posted. Her physique looks amazing. I'm a fan of Virginia. And next up we have here the lovely Mrs. Robin Mays. Mrs. Mays competed last year at the Olympia. She got her qualification for her first Olympia at the Toronto Super Show. She competed at the Masters Olympia last year. Amazing lady, great physique. Can you believe this year she's going to be turning 60? She's doing 40 and also 55 and 50. Can you believe this woman? I mean, just still working out training. I think I'm hearing that she might be, consider retirement after this. But she looks really good. And she looked really good at the Olympia last year. Next up we have here doing women's physique 50 is one Mrs. Lisa Leon. And this is going to be her first show. I think the last time she competed was 2024 when she did Daytona. We have here one Mrs. Isabel Jackson. She's doing women's 50 and that's it. I'm surprised she's not doing 40. She looks really good. As you know, you got to pay to play, so I think it might be just her saving a few bucks. But when I see it from social media, she should be doing 40 plus. I think she probably do well in that division. That class. Next one we have here again, the lovely Dr. Janetta Martin. And her and Mrs. Mays are doing both the 55. Mrs. Mays doing 55, 50, and 40. Personally, lady, let's see how she does. This is a downer. I saw this. I was really disappointed. Honestly disappointed by this. It is sad. I was hoping we had some more bodies. We just had the Triple O just about a couple of weeks ago. We had at least 11 ladies competing in the Masters class. We could have had a little more because one of the ladies were at least over 40. That was Patty Hansen. She just did the Open, the Masters, because y'all got a Master qualification at the Atlanta Pro last year. So we only have 2 women. And I see Ann Gruber, she's on the list because she's double dipping. She's doing physique and women's bodybuilding 40 plus. So if she wins either one, she's qualified for the Masters. Now if she wins both, she can do both. Because with Masters, they give you that privilege to do both divisions. It's the only class we can do both open. You can do both physique and women's bodybuilding. Like with Dr. Martin, she's doing both physique and figure. So and last year, I should put it in alphabetical order, but And we have Michelle Dornan. And, Michelle, she competed at the Triple O. I think she was in the top 10 because there was only 11 ladies. So, she wasn't dead last. I think she was 7 or 8. It's been a couple of weeks. So if she made adjustments, bring conditioning, it's not enough time to really put on size, but bring conditioning, possibly. So let's see how she does. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought we might see some more bodies for this, especially they were doing a 40 and 50 class. So I guess some of the ladies who are 50 and some of the ladies who are 40 didn't want to do the show. Well, that's understandable. But you know what? It's going to be a drought for women's bodybuilding until June because May would not have any other shows for masters or open qualification for women's bodybuilding. So so the show is going to be tomorrow. You want to check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Also, one person I thought would do the show because this is from her home territory, and that is Jessica Ray Padilla. I've seen some stuff on posts, and on social media. She has an amazing body. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of hers, but she does have an amazing body. I would feel like she was gonna do the show maybe just to shake off, the opportunity to get back on the stage. But I think she's gonna wait later on the season. There's only a handful of shows here and there for figure. We have the FIBO that's starting this weekend, but rarely she ever goes out of country other than when she did the Masters of Olympia twice, both in 2023 and 2025. So, this is a surprise. You can do a show right here in her own backyard in Puerto Rico. But the show's going to start whatever time the Puerto Rico time zone is because it's different from my side of the East Coast. You want to check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. I would think about watching it, but like I said, it's getting close to the end of the month for me and money's getting tight, so I can't spend it on every show. I will pick shows that I feel like I'll be interested in. But I wish our ladies best of luck. And, shout out to our competitors. And again, let's put on a good show, especially for female bodybuilding. Anyway, this is me, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, subscribe. I'm out.